Hello all, hope everyone is having a good day. My name is Bharat Chandra and today I will be presenting a review of chapter 8 which is the process redesign. So this is from the textbook called The Fundamentals of Business Process Management. So to start the process with, uh, process redesign involves reorganizing business processes to improve performance and boost output. This is crucial for increasing productivity, enhancing efficiency, raising standards, reducing cost, and improving quality. And it also have the importance because to increase the productivity, we need this type of components in the business process. And I'll explain a simple example so that we can understand this process more well. So, for example, a manufacturing company that implements a new assembly line process to reduce the production time. So, to do this, by analyzing and redesigning the process, they can identify the bottlenecks, they can eliminate the waste and streamline operations. So, I have another example which is the healthcare provider. For example, a healthcare provider redesigning the patient admission process to reduce wait times and improve patient satisfaction. So all these little minor factors can play a huge part in business redesigning and the process redesigning. So when it comes to the product innovation versus the process innovation, the product innovation refers to the new products or features, while process innovation is the redesign of procedures to improve the delivery of goods and services. So, for example, we have an Apple iPhone which represents the product innovation, where a new product with advanced features is introduced in the market. So we may see that the iPhone 14, 15, 16 and many more coming in future as well. So every time they bring the new features and they redesign themselves. And for example, we also have the Amazon's one-click ordering. This Amazon's one-click ordering is a process innovation that simplifies the ordering process. It improves the customer convenience and reduces the time to take and complete a purchase. And we can also talk about the Tesla's example where the Tesla self-driving technology is another product innovation, while the streamlined manufacturing process to produce electric vehicles more efficiently is a process innovation. So these are few examples of product and process innovation. So when it comes to the redesign concepts, it can involve either incremental or radical changes in it. Both product and process improvements should be the focus. So, to go in depth of detail of this thing, the incremental changes are small, continuous improvements made over time. These are often easier to implement and less disruptive to the organization. So, we don't have to change many things when we're doing the incremental changes. These are very easy to implement and may take very less time when compared to the other things. And when it comes to the radical changes, it involves a complete overhaul of processes. While more challenging to implement, they can lead to significant performance improvements. So when it comes to the radical changes, well, we may need to change the whole process of how we are doing from one end to another end. So it may take a little bit of time and it is a bit challenging, but it can also give you the significant performance improvements. For example, the Toyota's lean manufacturing system focuses on incremental changes to improve efficiency and reduce waste. At the same time, a radical change example is the company shifting from traditional marketing to digital marketing. This means that the company is totally changing its marketing strategy. So it has to start from one end to another, and they have to change it from the whole process, which requires a complete redesign. So to explain the concept, the Devil's Quadrangle illustrates the trade-offs between time, cost, quality, and flexibility. These dimensions often conflict, and improving one may lead to compromises in the other. So we have to be very careful while dealing with this type of process. So reducing the time to complete a process might increase costs due to the need for additional resources. Similarly, enhancing quality might reduce flexibility as more stringent standards are applied. For example, in a fast food restaurant, reducing order preparation time might increase costs due to the need the need for more staff and advanced kitchen equipment. So reducing time may need many more tools, many more employees, and at the same time, vice versa. If you want to do something, if you want to increase the quality, we might also get increase the cost as well. So everything is dependent on each other. So we have to choose the right process and right things while implementing this process. So there are two main approaches to redesign: transactional methods, which focus on incremental improvements, and transformational methods, which involve radical changes. So there are two types: transactional methods and transformational methods. So these approaches can be applied at different levels of abstraction, from highest to the lowest level. I'll give you a small example to explain this. For example, transactional methods include techniques like Six Sigma and Lean, which pretty much aim for continuous improvement. Transformational methods include business process reengineering (BPR), which involves rethinking and redesigning processes from the ground up. A transactional approach example is a retail store improving its inventory management system to reduce stockouts. A transformational approach example is the same store transitioning to an omni-channel retail strategy. The redesign orbit is a visualization of various redesign methods, distinguishing between transactional and transformational approaches. For example, this model helps organizations decide which approach to use based on the extent of changes required and the desired outcomes. So if you can see, in the slide, we can see the picture where there are few processes such as the crowdsourcing, benchmarking, ERP-driven redesign, and lean, which are totally the transactional focus. And we can see that the design-led innovation, NESTT, process model canvas, product-based design, which are totally towards the transformation. So the company needs to decide what they need based on the requirements they need, based on the redesign, the process which they are going to do. So they have to choose either the transactional or the transformational through these techniques. For example, a company might use the redesign orbit to choose between implementing lean practices for gradual improvements or undertaking a full-scale BPR for the complete overhaul. Transactional methods. So what are transactional methods? So these are the methods which focus on incremental improvements. For example, Six Sigma theory of constraints, which is also known as TOC, TRIC, positive deviance, benchmarking, ERP-driven redesign, and lean. So these are all the examples of the transactional methods. And Six Sigma, for example, Six Sigma uses statistical tools to improve the quality by identifying and eliminating defects. And whereas Lean focuses on eliminating waste to create more value for customers with fewer resources. And when it comes to TRIZ, TRIZ is an innovative problem-solving methodology based on patterns of invention. Benchmarking involves comparing processes against best practices to identify areas for improvement. So, for example, a hospital might use Six Sigma to reduce patient wait times by analyzing and optimizing their appointment schedule process. So, the overview of transactional methods may include, for example, let's delve deeper into some transactional methods, such as Six Sigma, Lean, and TRIZ are widely used in various industries. Six Sigma focuses on reducing process variation and improving quality through DMAIC, which means that D goes for define, M for measure, A for analyze, I for improve, and C for control. So Lean aims to maximize customer value while minimizing waste. It emphasizes continuous improvements and respect for people, whereas TRIZ, or the theory of inventive problem solving, provides a systematic approach for solving and understanding problems creatively. For example, a manufacturing company might use lean to streamline its production processes, reducing waste and improving efficiency. So a company need to first identify what they want to do, what they want to redesign from the company or the process, and based on that, they have to decide what kind of approach they're going to look into. So it is very important before deciding on any process. It is very important to decide what exactly they need. The 7FE framework, which is the seven forces for effectiveness. The 7FE framework consists of seven forces for effectiveness. It involves design workshops, evaluation, implementation, visualization, monitoring, and more. And steps in the 7FE framework include preparing for redesign, generating new ideas, validating these ideas, implementing changes, and continuously monitoring and visualizing the outcomes. For example, a software development company might use the 7FE framework to continuously improve the project management process. So, the project management process by regularly reviewing and refining the workflows. So, by continuously reviewing the work and refining the work and making the changes which they need, so a company can get better. Heuristic process redesign. This is an analytical approach to process improvement known as heuristic process design, which employs a variety of redesign heuristics or principles in the methodological manner. So it involves stages like initiation, design, and evaluation, and also focuses on the systematic evaluation of performance goals. So, what is heuristics? Heuristics are essentially rules of thumb that guide decision making. For example, the heuristic of parallelism suggests performing activities simultaneously to reduce overall process time. And to explain this more, I have an example. For example, in a call center, heuristic process redesign might involve analyzing call patterns and adjusting staffing levels to better match demand, thereby improving response times and customer satisfaction. So in this slide, we can see a few examples of heuristics. Examples of heuristics include parallelism, where activities are performed simultaneously, and case-based work, which customizes processes for specific cases. So parallelism can significantly reduce process cycle times by allowing multiple tasks to be completed at the same time. Case-based work is another example, which means that this ensures that the processes are tailored to the unique needs of each case, improving overall effectiveness. For example, a logistics company might use the parallelism to manage multiple shipments simultaneously, which reduces delivery times and improve the customer satisfaction. We also have few transactional methods such as time, cost, quality, and flexibility. Each has its own importance. For example, when it comes to the time, it is the parallelism and case-based work. For example, the cost, it is the activity elimination and power. And the same thing goes for the quality and the flexibility as well. So transformational methods. Unlike transactional approach, transformational methods focus on radical changes to business processes. Though less common, they have a significant impact on how procedures are planned and carried out. For example, examples of this include business process reengineering, which is BPR, and product-based design. Transformation methods are often used when incremental improvements are insufficient to meet organizational goals. These methods involve a complete rethinking of processes to achieve a dramatic improvements. For example, a retail company might undergo a transformation redesign by moving from a traditional brick and mortar model to a fully integrated e-commerce platform, radically changing how they operate and serve customers. So NEST, which is NESTT, or New Organization Structures and Technologies, involves adopting new ways of working and leveraging advanced technologies. And when it comes to the BPR, BPR involves the fundamental rethinking of processes to achieve significant improvements in critical performance measures such as cost, quality, service, and speed. So when it comes to the NEST focuses mainly on creating new organizational structures that are more agile and capable of adapting to change quickly. And BPR aims to make organizations more efficient by eliminating redundancies and simplifying the process. For example, a financial services company might use BPR to streamline their loan processing procedures, which reduces the approval times and enhancing the customer satisfaction. So what is BPR? BPR, Business Process Reengineering. BPR is about radically redesigning processes to achieve dramatic improvements. It mainly focuses on eliminating redundant information collection and reducing hyper-specialization. So BPR involves starting from a blank slate and questioning existing assumptions and processes. It requires a thorough analysis of current workflows and the identification of opportunities for radical improvement. A company might use BPR to streamline supply chain, reduce lead times, and inventory costs by implementing just-in-time inventory practices. Product-based design is an algorithmic approach to creating new business processes centered on the features of the good or service. This approach is outward looking and reverse engineers the ideal process structures using product specifications. So, products based design focuses on the desired outcomes and works backward to design the process that will achieve these outcomes most efficiently. For example, a software company might use product based design to develop a new application by first defining the desired user experience and then creating the development process to achieve that experience. We might face few challenges while doing the process redesign, such as resistance to change, resource constraints, technical challenges, and regulatory and compliance issues. And we also have few strategies on how to counterpart these challenges, such as effective communication. For example, having an effective communication is essential to address resistance to change. Stakeholder engagement ensures that everyone involved understands the benefits and support the changes. So constantly uh, updating the stakeholders and talking to them about the requirements on how they need. These simple things can help us save a lot of time and doing the things again and again. Investing in modern technology can help overcome technical challenges, while robust project management ensures that resources are used effectively. So, using the resources effectively can also save a lot of time and a lot of money as well. Effective change management practices such as training and support can help ease the transition and ensure long term success. For example, when a company implements a new ERP system, they might face resistance from employees who are accustomed to the old system. So, providing comprehensive training and demonstrating the benefits of the new system can help mitigate this resistance. So, this slide explains the intake process model. For example, this visual representation helps in understanding and optimizing the intake processes by clearly defining each step and identifying areas for the improvement. The intake process model provides a clear view of the workflow, allowing for the identification of the bottlenecks and the opportunities for improvement. By mapping out each step, organizations can better understand how tasks are interconnected and where inefficiencies may exist. For example, a university might use an intake process model to streamline the admission process, ensuring that applications are processed efficiently and reducing the time taken to notify students of their admission status. So, in summary, the process redesign is crucial for maintaining competitiveness. A balance between incremental and radical approaches is essential for successful business process management. By combining both approaches, organizations can achieve continuous improvement while also being able to implement significant changes when needed. In conclusion, effective business process management (BPM) involves a comprehensive strategy that includes identification, modeling, analysis, redesign, implementation, and monitoring of business processes. BPM not only optimizes efficiency and effectiveness, but also aligns processes with the organization's strategic objectives. There are key tools and techniques such as dependency graphs, algorithms, and process models, which are essential for understanding and optimizing processes. A successful BPM project requires a supportive corporate culture and stakeholder participation. And ultimately, treating BPM as a fundamental organizational competency can significantly enhance an organization's ability to adapt to changes and maintain a competitive advantage. For example, let us consider a global company that uses the BPM process to standardize and optimize its operations across different regions. By continuously monitoring and improving the processes and continuously keeping stakeholders updated about what are they defining and how are they doing the process, they can quickly adapt to market changes and stay ahead of competitors. And updating the stakeholders and the team about how they are progressing is very important, because it can save a lot of time, and it can save a lot of money, and it can save a lot of effort as well. So thank you all for your time and attention. Hope everyone understood my presentation. Thank you and have a good day.